Hi everybody, this is Professor Cedar, and this video is going to have everything that you need to get started with Zoom for this course. The first place that I would recommend you start is here, under the announcements, go to this one. And this is going to have pretty much everything that you need, line by line, detailed instructions for how to get Zoom set up for the course. Starting at the very beginning, it doesn't assume that you know anything about Zoom. Would highly recommend this if you aren't sure where to start. And this will have everything you need from getting to Zoom, downloading Zoom, installing on the computer, and then a little bit of a quick tutorial on how to join a Zoom meeting. So preparing for the Zoom meeting as well. It's got some detailed instructions here, just some guidance. Recommend 15 minutes before class starts that you start getting ready. And this will take you through everything that you need from testing audio and video to maintenance. Recommended, of course, that you close any other windows, applications, tabs, anything else that's unrelated to what you're doing for the course. These can help slow it down tremendously, and most importantly, if there becomes a time that you have to share your screen, you might not want the other people in your class to be able to see other windows or programs that you might be using. It's also got a little bit here on how to get the Zoom meeting set up, starting with how to start your video. Now here it says click the chat bubble. Just a little reminder, at least the way that Zoom is set up, the way I see it, this is on the side, on the right side under More. There isn't a big chat button for you to press, unfortunately. You have to go to the right, and I'll show you exactly what this is, and go to More to be able to get to the chat. And this also down here has a little bit of an etiquette guide, on-camera tips from the master himself on how to enhance your Zoom presence, how to make sure your lighting is good, how to make sure that people will listen to you whenever it is that you are talking. And keep in mind this point here in bold, microphones tend to pick up all ambient noise, so it is best to keep your mic muted until it is your turn to speak. Things like chewing noises, water running, all these other things can really get distracting, especially when there are 20 plus people in the room. Highly recommended that you mute the mic when you are not using it. So again, all of this on how to get started in Zoom is under announcements. You can also find it on the home page, very easy to access. That'll have everything that you need line by line to get started. There's also, we scroll down on the home page, we have this, a Zoom student guide. And this will have even more. I'll go ahead and bring this up. Everything that you need, the controls in the meeting, what are these buttons at the bottom, where do I mute and unmute, how do I stop my video. Importantly, this participants, if you click this button here wherever we're in Zoom, and I'll show you exactly this in an example later, you'll be able to rename yourself, you'll be able to give nonverbal feedback, as well as to be able to change your profile picture, which can be important. It has a lot of options. You can share your screen, chat, leave, and this has quite a bit of detail on all the different nonverbal feedback. This is something for sure that might not be worth the time to look at until we actually have a class meeting or two and it starts to become clear why we might need these things. We have a guide, how to share your screen here or share various applications. And there's a little bit more here on the breakout rooms. So these are something that we will be using in this class in order to divide students into more manageable groups. Really, people work best in groups of 3 or 4 or at most 5 people, and the breakout rooms are something that we're going to use in order to make sure that we have small, focused groups instead of a larger, sometimes less focused group for certain activities. So this guide should have quite a bit of what you need after you've gotten Zoom downloaded on details of what to do during the meeting. And it's got a little quick guide here, all the content. And keep in mind, this is under Home. Scroll down a little bit here, Zoom Student Guide. There's also something here for your Zoom profile picture. This will be useful because, well, we're not going to be all using video all the time. Especially if somebody is not talking, it is better for them not to use video because that can reduce the amount of strain on everybody's system and the amount of strain on the network as a whole. This has a little guide for how to set your profile picture. That way, even when video isn't running, we'll still be able to tell that it is you. It's a very short guide, very, very easy to do this, and very, very important. So when it gets to be the day where we finally meet, we will log into Canvas, come over here to Zoom Virtual Meeting. And we're going to go ahead and click this. Let's see what happens. And hey, we are connected. We are here in the Zoom meeting. And I will go ahead and blow this up, make it real large. There is somebody's beautiful shining face. You can see in the lower left, we have an option to mute. And if you click the little arrow here, it'll give you some details, which microphone, which speaker, how to test. But if you want everything, you can go here. And this will give you everything in the whole Zoom audio universe, all the settings, all the things that you can adjust in here. This has it all. We also have video here. I would start the video to show you, but I'm using the camera right now to record myself for this explanation, so it will not let me do this. But quite the same, you can select a camera. You can go ahead and skip over these two. We don't need that. Go to video settings, and this again will have everything in the whole Zoom video universe that you might need. Moving here, we have this. So I'm going to click this, and I now have a list of all the participants. Right now it is just me, but you can see we have these nonverbal cues down here at the bottom. It is a little bit unintuitive to think, oh, well, I need to click on participants in order to be able to get the nonverbal feedback. Good to take a note of this and remember it in case you do need these for the class. This will also give you a list of who else is here and some options here. More, I can rename myself if I would like to. And I can make some small changes to the profile picture. I can even go here to change it. Again, more on that is in the guide on Canvas, the home page. If you want detailed instructions for how you might be able to change the profile picture, we have the chat here. Wow, it does have its own button. This is amazing. Let's go ahead and close this. Oh, that is why. That is why I was doing it. Okay. So we have here, in order to have everything that you might need for chat, we have the ability to share screen here. Oh, we don't need that. So if I click this, let's see what it does. Yeah, so it tells me that I can share my screen with you guys. So we're in the meeting, and I've decided I'm going to demonstrate for the class how to do this thing. I go here, and now I can share with you. And most importantly, you guys could share with me everything that you're looking at. If you're having a problem, we need to troubleshoot something, I have a specific question on this part, you share the screen. It makes it much easier than having to describe exactly what it is that you might be looking at. And finally, we have breakout rooms. Talked about this earlier. And if you'd like, reactions. Let's give a thumbs up here. So I'm going to go ahead and end this meeting. And this should be everything that you need to get started and get rolling with Zoom for our class. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. Don't be bashful. Closed mouths do not get fed. Thanks.